Queenzflip is a well-known podcaster, entertainer, and YouTuber recognized for his high-energy content and a global audience that spans continents. That kind of reach matters because when someone at that level chooses to highlight a place like Trinidad, the world pays attention. His recent visit to the island did exactly that. Fresh off of his viral interview with Buju Banton, Flip didn't just come for content, he came with purpose. And this story really speaks to who he is. Let's roll it back over 12 years ago. During his first visit to St. Paul Street, through his close friend, Trinidad-born rapper Bang Smith, he was introduced to Dillon Bandy Skeet. That meeting turned into something special. That meeting turned into something real, not just a conversation, but a shared vision. Two men talking about community, about youth, and about doing something that could make a difference. And in that moment, they made a promise. But life took a different turn. Skeet died in September 2014 before they ever got the chance to bring that vision to life. 12 years later, Flip came back and did exactly what he said he would do. And what he did in St. Paul Street reflects that. No noise, no performance, just action. The Flips Kids Easter Jam brought joy into the community. Kids laughing, playing, running through foam, enjoying water slides, just being free. Even the rain couldn't stop it. But behind that moment of joy, there was real structure, planning, and intention. We spoke to Johnny Bravo, who assisted with logistics and provided additional safety for the children.
What do you think about the energy with the kids today?
Energy up, 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 up. Most of the kids, like they forget to eat. So we had to make sure they eat. We had doubles, we had pizza, KFC, cotton candy, popcorn, juice. The water works.
Do you think that there's valid concerns when it comes to St. Paul Street?
Yes, this is a stigma, but it's not what y'all think. St. Paul is love. Love to the max, as well every other cities in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad is love.
We also spoke to members of the community. One resident, Pak, shared his pride in seeing everyone come together.
How do you feel about the turnout today?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel it. Anytime I get to see the kids smile and just bring joy to the kids, guys make me feel good now. Once the kids happy, I be happy. Yeah.
He also noted Flip is the first YouTuber he has seen come into a community like this and do something of this level.
I really happy Queens did this. This was a blessing. You hear the song we're playing? A blessing. It was a blessing for the youths and
He is hoping more figures young people admire would step in and show that kind of love.
At the end of the day, it's hard to see this really going on. The big entertainers, athletes. I want to name no names to song like I pinpoint to nobody, but all the money and all the wealth and they don't really do this. And we always get to youth who really have it because they'll try. So we go like more partners to come on board, more entertainers, more sports people, more sponsors, and like make it happen not only in St. Paul Street, but in Beecham Gardens, in Sealot, in Mango Rose, and they bring back the love. All these people that bring back the love is real. These are the ones that bring back the love and make it a better place for the youths. Like we stop thinking about we, like we think about them now.
So the whole neighborhood, all your friends came out today?
Yes.
Who's some of your friends with you today? Tell me.
1, 2, baby, 3. Correct. Nice.
All right, great. What was your favorite thing to do today?
Going in this big bouncy castle thing. Going in this big bouncy castle thing right here. The maze.
I hear it was gonna be. I didn't hear it was gonna be a water slide. Some water slide thing. They tell me it was gonna be dry. So when I heard it was a water slide thing, I get a little excited and I come out.
We having a wonderful time. Going on the slides, having good, playing in the soap and nice.
What's your name, young lady?
Kadia.
Hi, Kadia. Did you enjoy your day today?
Yes, I did enjoy my day today. I have a wonderful time.
Do you know Queenzflip?
Yes.
Okay, you look at Queenzflip.
Yes.
So, what do you think about what he did here today? I think it's a great idea.
Yes, he did a wonderful job of helping us.
Did you enjoy your day today?
Yeah.
What was the favorite part of
The
today?
obstacle course.
Was that
The obstacle
Bouncy
course.
Castle? Yeah, and what did you enjoy? What did you have to eat today?
Pizza.
Pizza?
I wasn't really supposed to go in, but I ended up seeing Taylor I post it up. So I said, let me know. Let me go to my friend and support them and take that. So I come up
Okay,
today. Yeah.
all right.
And for young Terrell, getting a photo with Johnny Bravo was a moment he won't forget. And the truth is, this didn't come easy. Because of the stigma attached to the area, getting sponsorship came with challenges and security concerns. We spoke to Marley, one of the residents, about these concerns.
Well, a couple of sponsors, they wanted to come without the house security, armed security, because this is the first time they're coming on St. Paul ship, and they just, St. Paul ship have a stigma, so they just going by what they hear, probably what they see on the news and on the TV, but when they come and they experience for the first time, the for instance, the double guy, he donated $100 after he come and say how the place is, how everybody enjoying themselves, the kids. Like a touchy heart. And he donate a whole $100 for the kids. And I was well appreciated.
What was the objective behind today's event? What was the plans?
To show the world that St. Paul ship is not what everybody think it is. They're loving the community, they're loving the earth, And that's all we want to show people. Don't judge a book by its cover. Come and see and experience for yourself.
So you think that there's unfair stigma when it comes to St. Paul Street?
Yes, I do. I do.
So are you hoping that after today's event, minds are changed and people see St. Paul Street as a community of love?
Well, I pray do. I pray do.
But still, support showed up. Major brands like KFC and Little Caesars provided food for the children. Chris from Triple C Doubles even doubled his contribution after learning it was a charity effort.
They order a certain amount and I double it for them because
Oh,
it was a
nice.
charity event and we give back to the people. We bring over 200 doubles and they all finished. So that there were a lot of kids, a lot of line, and we finished within quick timing.
What do you think about the energy here today? How are you feeling?
The energy is vibrating, it's good, right? The people show your love and respect. That is what we want. People just talk about St. Paul and how the area is, but how you deal with people, that's how people deal with you. And here is love. Down here is love, and down here we have no problem for nothing.
Carissa of Studio 360 spoke about always taking time to give back no matter how far you go.
So I think it's a very nice idea, just giving back to the community. I always believe no matter how far you reach in life, you always take time to give back. So that speaks to his character, the fact that he's doing this. This is the first time I'm here in this area. There's a lot of stigma with the area, but the vibe, the energy, it was definitely lovely. You see in the community vibe, the good energy, everybody turning out. They came out and they did their dab moves, they did their 6-7. They definitely enjoyed it. They really enjoyed it.
And Kester Peters of Fun Nation shared that he felt safe entering the community, emphasizing that events like this allow people to see a different side of areas like St. Paul Street, beyond the usual headlines.
So what do you think about Queenzflip doing this for the St. Paul community?
Oh, I think it's a very good look. I think we need things like this, given the current situation within our country on a whole. I think things like this is good for the community, and it shows and highlights that things can be seen differently within the community rather than the normal content you will hear about the crime and violence and these things. We have things like this going on. I would also like to let people know that I walked to came here today. Some people say, boy, you have to drive if you're going there, but no, the place is safe. I walk in, everything is normal. It's a very nice, loving community, and we're having fun here today.
Do you think events like this helps to soften the stigma against communities?
Yes, I think it does, because what events like this do, there are a lot of people who wouldn't care about places like St. Paul Street. They'll read about it on the newspaper, they'll hear about it on the news, but they themselves will never get the opportunity to come into the community. So the most they might be able to interact with St. Paul Street is on a YouTube video or on something on the social media. And things like this give them an alternative option for the content they see. Most of the time they will see stuff like guns, crimes, violence, gangs. But today what we're seeing is families, unity, children having fun, children asking questions about the equipment and being interested in everything. And that is what we want to show. That's the side of Trinidad I know and I grew up in. And that's the side of Trinidad I love.
But it didn't stop there. Real, lasting work was done. A community center was refurbished and upgraded, with a kitchen to provide meals for families in need, proper lighting around the perimeter, security cameras for safety, Wi-Fi access for the children, a media room for content creation, and tutoring support to help with education. That's not just charity, that's investment, that's impact.
Hey, yo, whatever y'all think, St. Paul ain't that. Because it's about the kids, man. It's about the kids, bro.
When we caught up with Flip in the foam pit, you could tell this was personal. He spoke about his connection to Trinidad through his wife from Penal and how that connection deepened his love for the country.
What made you decide to come and give back to the kids on St. Paul Street?
Well, I feel like a lot of these neighborhoods have a bad stigma on them, and it's just really people that's just trying to find their way to survive and get out that situation. So a lot of them are just like me and you, or like everybody else. You know what I mean? Hardworking people, dedicated people that's just chose this area to live in. So I came here years ago, you know, with a friend of mine that passed away named Bandy, Dillon Bandy Skeet. And when I came back here, you know, I was speaking to the homies, and they was telling me that, you know, we haven't done anything for the community in a while. So I decided to do it. I decided, you know, I'm gonna take on the project to fix the community center. We cleaned it up yesterday. That's a project I'm gonna sit down with the government and talk to them about taking over that community center and see what I can do. Shout out to McKinley, Flip the network. You know, it took some work, but it took the people here and just coming together. We made it happen, man. You know, God be the glory. You know what I'm saying? Without him, none of this would be possible. He wouldn't instill in me the heart that I got to give back to the people. My wife from Trinidad, so you know.
Your wife is from Trinidad.
Yeah,
Very
San Fernando, Penal.
Oh, nice. So you have a little tie to Trinidad.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were born in Trinidad.
No. I'm from. My mom is Haitian and my dad's Jamaican.
All right.
I was born in New York.
A lot of people said that it was a good vibe. The kids are all excited. What do you think about the energy today?
I love it, man. I love it. I think it's important. You know, there was a kid that came up to me and said, yo, you know, he was 12 years old from over there. He's like, I really appreciate what you did for us. This haven't happened in a long time. I'm having a lot of fun, and that meant a lot to me. I want to shout out Little Caesars, and I want to shout out KFC for even believing in my initiative and giving back with me. So it's important, man. It's important. I love everybody, man.
Do you think more influencers and celebrities should do more projects like this?
I do. And it's not even about me watching everybody, man. If they don't do it, I'm going to do it for them. We all one. I'm not better than anybody else. I just have a different journey than they do. I feel like everybody will come to it. I don't judge anybody when it comes to that. I also feel like I just want to show the kids that there's another way. There's another way outside of this. And the way is just to have fun and laugh and live, man. At the end of the day, no matter who is gangster, I remember all the gangsters in the world in New York that I know, one thing that brought us together was laughter. So to see these kids smile and have fun, it's important. I want to thank my man Johnny Bravo and his team, his security team. My man Mike, I appreciate everybody.
Should we look forward to more events like this?
Yes. I'm going to all the neighborhoods to do events there. C-Lots, Laventille, wherever I can go to throw an event, I want to do it for the children. Shout out to my son, JR. He's always with me. Right now, he's sick somewhere. But he's filmed with me, he walks with me, and he's one of my inspirations that made me do this as well. He's very supportive, and we're here, man, my son. Shout out to JR. I can't forget him.
Nice. Do you have a date for the next event?
I don't have a date for the next event. This went well. I'm going to go talk to my team, and we're going to put one together. But I do plan on doing another one before the year's out. Shout out to Red Panda, too. Ian Dunlap. Join redpanda.com. Now it's very important. He teaches you how to save money, the money market. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Red Panda Academy. Ian Dunlap, you know, he saw my vision and he backed me 100%. Shout out to Ian, man. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate Ian. I appreciate the world. And look,
In remembrance of Dillon Bandy Skit,
yeah.
that's different.
So Bandy, when I came here in 2012 with Bangham Smurf, he introduced me to Bandy. And Bandy, you know, his life was taken away. There's a lot of conflicting stories. I'm not here to get into that right now, but Bandy's impact on me when I came here to love, knowing how much he was respected, meant a lot to me because he didn't have to do that. So I want to do this in honor. His sons are around here. His wife is around here somewhere. And I just want to represent for them, put a smile on their face. Even the community center I want to do in remembrance of Bandy. You know what I mean? That's important to me.
There was also a strong police presence, and Constable Small spoke about the importance of community engagement, breaking the stigma, and the need for more educational programs alongside sports initiatives.
We always like to support because the kids are the future. So we have the police here not only be here just to provide no security or stuff. We are here to work with the communities because it's always a great step when you see the communities trying to do something for the future. And at the end of the day, know of some of these communities look at the police. You understand? So we work with the ITF Masterminds program and we try to work with communities to help build the communities. And I say it's a step in the right direction when something is taking place. So we can in the future, we can always look at some initiatives where the community could learn something.
Do you think events like this help to eradicate stigma, the public stigma concerning areas like St. Paul Street?
No, definitely, because every area has its challenges, and no matter what, we have a lot of good, because I can identify we have policy clubs right around this community. We have children who is part of the policy club. We have the St. Paul Street complex, that's a short distance away. A lot of programs, a lot of things is taking place, and some of these things the children really look forward to. So at the end of the day, right, we always get the stigmatization, but at the end of the day is how bad you really want it. And I think one thing is a step in the right direction when communities decided, okay, enough is enough, and we can start to do something for the children who are the future.
What do you think about Queenzflip putting himself behind a project like this?
As I say, it's always a good move when somebody realizing that they can make a change or they can make some difference, and we are welcome that. So that's one reason when we get invited to this event, we say, okay, let us come out, let me see what the event is look like. So I give him some little pointers and say, in the future, let's bring a caravan, let's bring an educational workshop, let's do something like different. All the fun and the entertainment is good, but when we talk about the educational side, you need to educate yourself more about the right stuff in life. So it's always good.
All right. And from a security standpoint, how do you feel about the energy today?
Well, actually, at the end of the day, it's always good where the police will come into these communities, because some of these communities are facing with the police. But at least today, you've seen a total difference where the community accept the police to be part of this program. And we feel in love because at the end of the day, the guys come out, they greet us, we had conversations, we exchange ideas. So it's a lot that took place today where both parties could. The police learned something, the community learned something, and I think moving forward we can have more talks in terms of how we can build the community in a positive way.
Mary called for more job opportunities for young people.
But what the youths really need to is some jobs. Yeah. See if the youths get jobs where they can have a dollar in the hand, everything will be real nice. But when the youths are running out of money and they're frustrated, the parents are all in laughing because look what's going on right now. They take all the jobs. They have no jobs, so the parents on them, children on them, spend children on them. The mothers didn't have to, they can't afford to help the children.
Adding that Queenzflip will be blessed for his efforts.
But it was so nice to see that he come and did this to the children. It was nice. God have to continue to bless him for that. And may God open doors to him so he could come again next year, please God.
But beyond the comments, beyond the views, beyond the headlines, this story leaves something bigger. Because in a time where so much is done for visibility, this was done for purpose. Because through his actions, we're not just seeing content, we're seeing real character. For Real News, I'm Keturah Lewis.